Hello, welcome to my presentation for P3, the developer's best friend. I've already opened up to my live site here. This is the live version, p3.spitzgoby.com. We're on project 3, and we have two options here, the lorem ipsum generator and the user generator. I'm going to switch over to my local version because it should be a little bit faster. And if I click on the lorem ipsum generator, go here, the only option is the number of paragraphs. Click generate new paragraphs. And we have 5 paragraphs. Now I can also download that as a .txt file. Click that, and you can see that the Latin in both cases is the same. So it's the same Lipsum that is downloaded. So this is a nice way. If you want to actually get the text on your site, you could do that. You could copy and paste. But I just like to add that as a convenience. There is validation happening here. So if I type in 50, all right. So in Chrome, it respects the min and max values on the number input. So it won't actually even allow me to post that. If I switch to Safari, those numbers are not respected. So I type in 50. Safari will post that data, but nothing happens. My page just reloads without generating 50 paragraphs. So click on that. Go to user generator. Now the user generator, we can create a given number of users in whatever output format we want, as long as we want JSON, CSV, or YAML. Add address, add profile, add birthday, and add password. So with these three things, with these 4 optional values, I'll go and create those. And we can see Dr. Kenneth Baringer from Reiderfurt, Guadalupe, has been created, and he was born in 1944, which would make him a very healthy 71 years old. Now I could switch this to CSV, and in real time it will update the 5 users that I have, or I could switch to YAML, and it will update those users. Now, as well as updating the displayed users, and we can see here it's the same guy, it will also update the type of file that will be downloaded. So we can do a .yml extension, a .json extension, or .csv. If I click .json, I'll get users.json, and we can see that this is in fact the same person. So this is the data that was created there. If I go back, I can turn off these options. Let's try that. Let's try without password or profile, just address, birthday, and name. And we have Ernest Walter Sr., and he has the requested information. I turn everything off. I will just get 5 users. I can do up to 500, which, it's a heck of a file to load there. But all I get for each of them is names. So I just get 500 random names, which I could switch to YAML, or I could switch to CSV. Now behind the scenes, the way this is working is I'm actually generating all 3 formats whenever users are created. They're passed as separate strings, and then as I update the output format, JavaScript does the magic in the background of hiding a div and displaying the div with the appropriate data in it. That is also how I send the data back to create the files. The files are created by submitting the requested data as part of the post request, which I know is not the most efficient way to do that since the files already are on the server and I'm having to use extra bandwidth. But honestly, I just don't know enough about creating temporary files to do it any other way. Another issue is that when these files are created, they are always given the same name, user.json. They're placed in a temporary directory, and they would be overwritten. So if multiple people tried to access the file at the same time, there are no multi-threaded protections built into the server, so it is entirely possible that one file could overwrite another, or that users could download other users' data. I'm not sure. All sorts of nasty things happen, when multi-threading gets involved. The only other note is that the passwords are created by my password generator. So there's the KGB password generator, which I built for Project 2, but then I upgraded it to be a packagist package as well. So that can be downloaded, and there's some options: number words, use symbol, use a number, use hyphens, and you can read up more about that in the repo for that. But that is a package that I downloaded and used externally. So I hope you enjoy checking out and using my P3 as much as I did making it.